Hi, and welcome back to My Verbal Journal. I'm Macy, your host, and I'm so happy that you're tuning in today. This is a podcast where we talk about life in our 20s and topics like nutrition, fitness, friendships, relationships, mental health, and so much more. Nothing's off limits. But yeah, today's episode is something I've been struggling with recently on a very deep level. We all have our own tendencies when we get overwhelmed and stressed, and we tend to project our past experiences into current situations. So I kind of want to talk today about different ways that we self-sabotage and how to recognize and differentiate between intuition and destructive thoughts and actions, and then kind of what to do about it after you've identified the problem. But before we get into it, on a lighter note, I'll hit you guys with a life update and some things that I've been loving lately and an unpopular opinion that I have, our usual segments. Okay, so starting with things, I'll start with the segments and then get into the life update. Some things I've been loving lately is the Legion S'mores protein powder, okay? Hear me out. So, if you're a real one and, I don't know, maybe if you've been to Dairy Queen, they have the seasonal s'mores blizzard, okay? The blizzard of the month, if you will. Normally comes out in July. My mom is obsessed with it, okay? This s'mores protein powder, I make a Ninja Creamy that literally is better than the fucking blizzard itself. It's really fucking good. I mix Fairlife milk, just the low fat, or the no fat, the fat-free Fairlife milk, with half a scoop of this protein powder, some sugar-free Jell-O mix, blend it all up, put in some cinnamon toast crunch, Catalina Crunch cereal, and some Oreos. I use like the high key Oreos. Catalina Crunch also makes good ones if you're into like higher protein, higher fiber vibes. So fucking good. So good, okay? And you can make variations. You can do chocolate, sugar-free Jell-O powder, add some cocoa powder in there. You could use chocolate milk. Highly recommend if you have a Ninja Creamy. Or if you just want to make like a smoothie type milkshake vibe, it's worth it. Okay, the next thing I've been loving lately is the Mantra podcast with Gemma Speg. You're probably familiar with the Psychology of Our 20s podcast, which is also by Gemma Speg, but she has a new podcast called Mantra, and she comes out with weekly mantras and explains it, and they're honestly so relatable and really helpful. So highly recommend, cannot recommend her podcast enough, Psychology of Our 20s, and her new podcast. So definitely take a listen, have a listen. Okay. That's kind of all I've been loving lately. I can't think of anything. Oh, Defined workout sets. They've been sold out of the Impact collection for so long, and then they had like more come in, and then I went on and they were all sold out. So I'm pissed about that. So, I just really need some new workout sets. So Define, if you're listening, please make more. Anyways, okay. Unpopular opinion. Grape popsicles are the best ones. Like, why do people leave the grape ones? The grape ones are so fucking good. The orange ones suck. So do the blue raspberry, okay? The grape ones are where it's at. The Otter Pop specifically, fuck yeah. Okay, that's like niche and random, but it was just on my mind because we had to drink this like thickened grape juice for M&T to like see what it's like for patients who have to drink like thickened or on a specific diet to where they can't have thin liquids because it like causes issues. So they have to thicken their beverages, and this beverage tasted exactly like the grape Otter Pop. Some people thought it tasted like cough syrup, but I thought it was kind of good. Anyways, that's it for the segments. Life update. This semester is going by so fast, yet so slow at the same time. I don't think I've ever been more fucking stressed, but also, like, I want it to be done, but I also am, like, can it slow down so I actually have time to catch up? Like, I feel like I'm drowning here. I feel like I'm drowning. Okay. And that is why this podcast is coming out later than usual. But I want to be consistent. So it is still coming out on Wednesday every other week, like I planned. So I'm proud of myself for that. Should I be studying for my MNT quiz right now? Absolutely. Am I? No, I'm recording this podcast. That's how much I love you guys. Okay. So just had to get that out there. But this semester is killing me. But next semester is going to be worse. Okay. Most people, their senior year, no class Fridays, maybe in less credit hours. Their schedule chills the fuck out. They're like living their best life, tanning. No. I will be either in a hospital or working like a 9 to 5, basically twice a week, and then have classes the 3 other days, basically all day. And I also am involved in way too many extracurriculars on top of that, because I just can't say no and I put too much on my plate. So will next semester be worse? Probably. But it's okay. I'm getting used to it now because this semester is just as bad. Okay? Honestly, I just hope, I hope it's not worse next semester. I'm going to try to be positive. You know what? I'm going to fucking crush it next semester, and I'm going to crush it this semester, and I'm going to be so proud of myself. Okay? That's what we're telling ourselves, because we're changing these self-destructive thought patterns. Okay? Sorry, I'm going on such a rant. But yeah, spring semester always flies by, so I hope you guys are having a better semester than I am. And I hope that you finish strong, and summer is around the corner. It is getting warm outside, which I love. It was 80 degrees outside today. And I got to go outside for 20 minutes to go on a walk. Do I wish that I could lay out and tan for an hour? Yeah. Does my schedule allow that? No, absolutely not. So we did the best we could. We still got our sunlight in, and that's what's important. Okay. And we made time to connect with family members and call them on the phone instead of just hunkering down and studying because you're so stressed. So I'm proud of myself for that. Take the small wins, you know? All right. Next life update. I am heading home for Easter next week. We have Good Friday off here at TCU, being a Christian university. Am I going to church for Easter? No, I'm not. But I am spending time with family, so that's what's important. I'm going home Thursday night, getting my hair done on Saturday, which I have such a love-hate relationship with getting your hair done. If you're a girl, like, do you agree? It takes so fucking long. Like, am I appreciative that my hair is thick and I love my hair? Yes. But sometimes I'm like, damn, if I just had thin hair, just color real fast and cut and get out of there. I love my hair cutter, but at the same time, like, sitting in a chair for 3 hours is like a death sentence for me. Like, that is part of the reason why I decided to transfer and got out of finance, is because I'm like, I can't sit at a desk all day. I can't do it. It doesn't work. I go crazy. I go insane. So sitting there for 3 hours, same thing with getting my nails done. I'm like, I love having my nails done, but trying to find time to go for an hour and maybe a little bit more, like, I just hate it. I hate it. I don't know. But we're doing the best we can. So, you know, sometimes I need to put this on Do Not Disturb because I keep getting text messages and it's really fucking distracting. Stop texting me, people. Okay. Anyways, heading home for Easter. Excited for that. However, I do have a lab exam the Monday after we get back, so I will be studying the entire weekend. Sorry in advance to my family. Anyways, in more exciting news, I am heading to Spain for all of May after the semester ends for a class, a food and culture class, and I'm so excited. It's with a lot of my friends in the nutrition program, and it's going to be a good time. I'm going to be able to hopefully relieve some stress. And am I nervous about it? Because I am on such a strict schedule and my life is very, like, I'm a very routine-oriented person. If you've heard me in the past, I eat the same thing for breakfast and lunch every single day, have for 2 years straight. same snacks every day, like going to the gym at the same exact time every day. Everything in my life is very structured, and there it will not be. So I'm kind of nervous that it's going to be hard for me to adjust. But I think it's important for me to adjust because life happens and I need to get out of my comfort zone and I need to be able to adapt. I need to be more adaptable, okay? One of my goals for the year. So this is really going to push me to do that. And then after the 3 weeks in Spain for the class, my family's coming out and we are going to Rome, Paris, and Portugal. And I am so excited. I cannot wait to see Paris. I've always wanted to go. So I'm excited for that. So my summer, I have some things to look forward to, even though I will be taking that summer class, but that's like fun. And then 3 more summer classes. It never ends, but it's okay. It's okay. So that's my life update for you guys. That was a lot to throw at you. But let's get into the episode. This is why we get in our own way and how to stop. Because self-sabotage is not ideal, okay? It ruins so many good things and it really prevents us from just living our best life. And there's so many different ways we self-sabotage and so many different reasons. So we're going to kind of dissect that today. And I'm going to explain to you how I've recently been self-sabotaging, okay? So we're getting a little vulnerable too. All right, so this is something I struggle with, isolating under stress, and I push people away because I don't want to be a burden on them. This is one way people self-sabotage. So I need to recognize, and we all need to recognize that it's easier to push people away than to communicate how you're feeling and understanding. And really recognizing that true friends and people that are meant to be in your life won't see you coming to them and opening up to them as a burden, but will appreciate the fact that you're opening up and allowing them to help you instead of just pushing them away. And then they're wondering what the fuck's wrong with her? Like, why is she being so weird? Like, did I do something? And then you're causing them to overthink when it's like, if this is your friend, open up, let them know that you're not doing great, that you're really stressed out and you're overwhelmed and haven't been in the best place mentally, and allow them to help you get through it. Not that they have to like hold your hand, but just so that they know and have that basis of like, okay, hey girl, are you doing okay? They know when to check in. They know that it's not anything that they did. And if they're a true friend, they'll want to help you get through it and they'll stick by you. And you're not being a burden on people that you love. Like if someone that you love came to you and opened up about what they've been struggling with, you would be there for them and you would want to help them through it. And you wouldn't see them as like, oh my fucking God, I already have all my own fucking problems and now you're coming to me and dumping all this shit on me. Like if that's the case, then you're not a very good friend. So don't hold other people to and assume that other people are going to react a certain way. And yeah, isolation isn't going to get you anywhere, from personal experience. Pushing your emotions down and masking it with productivity and getting stuff done and checking things off to-do lists and sticking to routine and grinding doesn't get rid of the problem, unfortunately. Yeah, I've had to learn that one the hard way multiple times. So yeah, isolating is only going to destroy good relationships that you have with people, and cause more issues and cause you to be more stressed out. So deal with the problems head on, because it's kind of a bitch move to isolate, to be honest. I'm talking to myself here. Like, that's not what you should do if you're a grown adult. And I know it's hard, and it sometimes feels like the weight of the world is on your fucking shoulders, and all you want to do is curl up into a ball and deal with shit yourself. And accepting help is really hard, at least for me. But we were all put on this earth together to build communities and relationships and help each other through things. So don't isolate and self-sabotage yourself in that way. When you feel yourself start to isolate, I think it's important to take a step back and schedule in some time for the people you love and put that on your to-do list. So then you can check something off, but it's also getting you out there and getting you communicating with people and socializing, because that's really important. And also, I think when you recognize that you do tend to isolate, communicate with that, that's what you tend to do with the people around you and with the people you love, so that they can be like, hey girl, I've noticed you've been distant lately, what's up? So that they can check in instead of them just being like, damn, she hasn't fucking texted me in a week, like, I'm not going to text her. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, let them know so then they can kind of call you out in a sense and be there for you. So yeah, journaling is also a great way to navigate your emotions. At least for me, that's been helpful. So figure out what works for you, and just whatever you do, don't put yourself in a corner and prevent yourself from connecting with people, because it's only going to make things worse. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about is always focusing on the negatives rather than the positives. And this is something that I have an extreme tendency to do, and I'm working on it. But my professor in nutrition counseling the other day said something that kind of hit me. She said, we all have a puppy on one shoulder and a wolf on the other one. So which one do we listen to? And right away I thought, well, the wolf, because it's louder and it's more aggressive and it's like fucking David Goggins on my shoulder, like screaming at me, you know, like, fuck, I'm not listening to that. But then she said, we will listen to whichever one we feed. And I was like, well, shit. I fear I've been feeding the wolf my entire life. And I've used these self-destructive thought patterns to motivate me to be better, but also to control me and how I feel about myself. And it's a lot easier to let these thoughts in, and allowing them to, than it is to like actively disprove them and push them away. And for a long time, it may be fine. Feeding the wolf may be fine. You may be productive and successful and hardworking and have all these amazing qualities, but will you be content? Probably not. Because deep down, you're letting your mind control you, and you're numbing the hard feelings, and you're numbing that and just pushing through. But those feelings don't ever go away. They're going to come back up. You're going to have to relearn the lesson time and time again until it sticks. So if we feed the puppy dog instead and like cognitively restructure our thinking patterns, and actively, when we see the thought come across in our mind, like obviously we can't control every single thought we have. I understand that, but you can control how you react to it, and you can control your next thought. So when a self-destructive thought comes in, like, damn, you're lazy, you haven't fucking done shit today. You woke up late today. God damn it, it's rainy outside. Today's going to be shitty. Stop it in its tracks and be like, you know what? All right, maybe I didn't get up as early as I wanted to today, but that doesn't mean that the whole day is ruined. You know, like, what am I going to do next? That's what matters. No, I'm not. No, yeah, it's fucking raining outside, but okay, that's going to give me more time to work on this thing that I've been wanting to start. And honestly, we haven't gotten a lot of rain lately, so maybe this will be good for look at the positives. Anything you can find that's positive, stop the thought and put something else in and trade it out for something that is positive, and it will affect how you feel and your stress levels so much. Even though it sounds stupid, okay? Okay, next thing, talking about emotions. I tend to bury them really deep down, or just kind of brush over them, or like use humor to mask them until it kind of bubbles up to the point where I can't handle it. And I'll normally go through like a 1 to 3 day period, sometimes a full week, okay, of just feeling so depressed, honestly, and frustrated and anxious, and I isolate, and I feel like nothing I do is good enough. I'm so hard on myself. I'm not looking forward to anything. I'm just trying to get through the day. I'm trying to get everything done. And I'm so like narrow focused, like just zoomed in on this, this, and this and planning everything out. And it's horrible. Like, if I just confront the emotions and allow myself to communicate and open up about it and tell the people I love what I'm going through, it would be a lot easier to navigate through that, and the period of depression wouldn't last as long. And a lot of this time, like I talked about earlier, I don't want to deal with them in the moment because I don't want to be a burden or a problem to anyone around me. And I always have so much to get done that it's easier to just isolate and dial in than it is to like spend time and energy communicating and coping. And like, it can be draining to deal with your emotions, but I think it's so important to do that and to get to the root cause of it. But instead I just brush over it because I don't want to feel or look weak, which is so stupid because it's honestly weak, and it's kind of a cop out to just ignore them instead of facing them head on. Like, it's the same thing as facing your fears, facing your emotions. It's the same fucking thing. And we aren't fucking little bitches. So let's break that habit, all right? Okay. Another way I've been self-sabotaging lately is, and I think a lot of us do this, in relationships, okay? Whether it's friendships, family members, or romantic relationships, I think we self-sabotage them a lot for a lot of different reasons. The first reason is to protect ourselves from getting hurt. I think we project past experiences and place them into current situations, and we overthink things. And I think a lot of times at the beginning we're like testing our partner to see, well, if they really know me and they really know all the bad things about me, can they handle it? Are they still going to be there? Do they actually like me? How do they handle this situation? And even if you're not meaning to test them, I think we subconsciously do it. And in friendships too, it's like if you've been burned in the past, it's going to be hard for you to trust someone again. But I think that expecting the worst from people and like not allowing yourself to trust anyone just because you've gotten hurt multiple times in the past isn't fair to that person, and it's honestly not fair to yourself. And again, it's kind of a cop-out because you're being selfish and hurting this person who might actually really care about you because you are scared that they're going to hurt you. Like, that's not fair, you know? And yeah, our past experiences, it's important to learn from them, but we shouldn't be searching for red flags and just looking for a way out of something because we're scared that if we get too far in that we're going to get hurt. You know, getting hurt is a part of living life. It's a part of being a human being. You can't avoid those feelings. But another part of being a human being is feeling loved and having amazing memories and building communities with people and meeting lifelong friends and partners. So why are you denying yourself that just because you're afraid of feeling hurt? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not even giving yourself a chance to feel those heightened, amazing, incredible emotions because you're scared that it could result in you getting hurt, you know? Like, that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Why do we do it? Why do we do it? So yeah, I think that's a big way that we self-sabotage. I think another way is when these relationships or these people come into our lives and it doesn't fit in with our plan. At least I'm guilty of this. Like, everything in my life, I always have a plan, you know? Like, there's always at least a short-term and probably a long-term plan going on. And so for me specifically, these next few years are going to be a grind. Like, I know to become a registered dietitian, I'm going to be super busy. It's going to be crazy. I'm going to have a lot on my plate. And so I just kind of had it in my mind, like, I don't want a relationship right now. Like, I don't need that right now. That'll come later. Like, I don't like anyone here. I don't want to meet anyone here. Like, I just want to move to Boston after I'm done. And maybe once I have my job and I have my own apartment and my life's put together and I feel great and all my shit's together, then I'll be ready. Then I'll let someone in. I'll give someone a chance. Bitch, you're never going to have it all together. Let's be real. No one has it all together. Like, that's not a thing. That's literally not a thing. So then when my current boyfriend came into my life, I was expecting nothing to come of it. And so then when I did start to feel a certain way and was like, shit, I was immediately was like, I this can't happen for me right now. Like, this is going to get in my way. I can't let a boy get in the way of me achieving my goals and getting to where I want to be. Like, I don't have time for it. I don't want to get hurt again and then have to go through these, like, have to deal with those emotions when I'm trying to get shit done, so just everything. So I started self-sabotaging. I started distancing myself. I started finding red flags in things that didn't exist. I started overthinking everything, comparing it to past relationships. I started numbing how I felt about everything because I can do that for some reason. I don't know. I can numb it for a certain amount of time until it builds up and then just explodes. And for some reason, he stuck around and he's so calm and talked me through it. And I told him that I have a tendency to do this. And that was really hard for me to be vulnerable and trust someone. But I think it's so important. And communicating with your friends and your partner, like, that is so important to be able to communicate those things. And so, yeah, I think once I kind of got to the root and I was like, okay, Macy, I see what you're doing here. Like, I'm not outsmarting myself here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to break the line between my intuition and self-sabotage because I was self-sabotaging. It wasn't just intuition. I started overthinking everything. I started to do things to hopefully make him want to end it because I was like, I just don't know if I can do this right now. But it's like, Macy, you deserve to be happy, And for me, it's like hard for me to accept something good into my life without like this fear of having strings attached and like keep waiting for the next shoe to drop. Like, well, fuck, something good happened. That means something bad is next, and living that's just not a way to live, like, I value myself and I love myself and I've gotten to such a good place with myself and that's awesome. But doing life alone, that's not really a thing, like, you have to have friends, you have to have family, you have to have people in your corner, and accepting those people in and allowing myself to trust them and be vulnerable, even though I've gotten hurt in the past, it's being brave and it's facing my fear, and it's honestly so needed for my own personal growth and for just my future in general. And just because it didn't come when I wanted it to and when I planned for it to, that's fucking life, Like, we can't control when people and when things happen. And like, why would we want to? Like, if someone told you exactly how your life was going to go, where's the fun in that? Where's the fun in that? And sometimes the best things come out of things that are originally we think are the worst things ever, So I think releasing the control, like, we self-sabotage because we want to control everything, but the obsession with controlling every aspect of your life will only result in your life controlling you. And I say this from personal experience. So yes, make a plan and be organized, but don't deny yourself something in life that gives you happiness just because it may not have come in when you planned it, or because you weren't ready for it yet, or because, well, this person did this to me in the past, so I don't want to feel that again, so I'm just going to push it away. Or I don't deserve to be happy. I don't deserve this, so I have to let this go. I have to self-destruct. I have to ruin this thing. Like, let yourself be happy. Why do we have this need for life to be so hard? Like, we think that we need to be suffering all the time. Now, will you suffer in life? Of course. You're not going to go through life without suffering, nor should you want to, because a lot of those things, so much comes out of them, and you need to suffer if you want to achieve stuff and you want to, like, do cool shit, but we don't need to be suffering all the time. Like, we need to allow ourselves to be happy and accept good things for what they are without expecting something bad to happen around the corner. Like, yes, will something bad eventually happen? Of course. It's life. It's fucking life. But also, there's so many good things that are going to happen, that are happening to you right now, and you have to accept them in, or else you're just going to be miserable all the time. So that's kind of sorry, this was like really chaotic. This was like very all over the place, okay? But I hope that some of this you could relate to, and I hope that this helps you. I'm going to end by just saying some of the ways people self-sabotage, and I don't know, hopefully this helps you. But stop looking to others for validation, stop ignoring red flags, and stop making up red flags to protect yourself from getting hurt. Stop procrastinating and waiting until the last minute all the time. Stop needing everything to be perfect and just accept that you did the best you could, and that's enough. Stop giving in to bad habits because you feel like a failure or don't feel good enough. Drop the all or nothing mindset and the need to be in control all the time. Let go of people who are dragging you down, even if it's hard. Tune into your body and feed it what it needs, whether that's food or how you speak to and about yourself. Stop letting little lapses lead to relapses. Know when you need to be hard on yourself and when you need to give yourself grace. Stop focusing all of your energy on pleasing others or getting them to like you, and start doing things for you and loving yourself. Be able to admit your faults and start turning weaknesses into strengths. Don't let fear of failure or rejection stop you from pursuing something that's calling you. It's okay to ask questions and have doubts, but it's also okay to accept that good things can happen to you without strings attached and that you deserve it. That's kind of all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this episode or any of the past episodes, I would really love if you could leave a rating or review. It helps the show so much, and I just love hearing your guys' feedback. If you have anything you have questions about, you want me to talk about, please DM me. My personal Instagram at Macy Lee Jones and the podcast Instagram at myverbaljournal.let'schat, both linked in the show notes below. And yeah, I just appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for watching or listening from wherever you are, and know that it's okay to not be okay, and that there's always someone that is going to be there for you, even if you haven't met them yet. So keep pushing through. You got this, and I love you guys so much. I'll talk to you guys next time. Much love, Macy.